Is the City of Sydney discriminating? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and put your thinking hat on, because I want to ask you a question. We're going to go through a media release I received today from the City of Sydney calling for operators to manage a public plaza, multi-purpose or cultural display and a cafe and retail area at 180 George Street near Circular Quay in Sydney. Now, that sounds like pretty normal that a city would call for that, but they're being quite specific with the race of the person they want to run this, or the organization, or the business. Now, I want to know why that would be necessary, because, I mean, here it is. Call for First Nation operators to bring Sydney's newest public plaza to life. Now, I mean, I've got no problem. If you've got an Indigenous business, go and compete like everyone else. It should be a free market. We shouldn't have the government picking winners or losers. And honestly, the fact that they're making calls like this is going to, diminish any of the hard work opportunities that people who have started up a business, they're going to be looked down upon. People are going to think, they only got there because, they got perks or the government stacked it in their favor. Why are they doing this? Why is this necessary? Is it for this unique location? I mean, it doesn't look anything, just a normal modern contemporary design here. I mean, this is discrimination. If it was done for any other group, it'd be discriminatory. Shouldn't we live in a society where we don't discriminate like this? I mean, I grew up in the 80s, and to be quite honest, I get the feeling that the younger generations are much more racist now than ever before. They make everything about race, and it's all about division, which it's just going to lead to more social problems. So you tell me if you think this is appropriate. The City of Sydney is calling for an Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander operator to manage a public plaza, multi-purpose space for a cultural display and cafe or retail area at what will be Sydney's tallest office tower, 180 George Street. When the first stage works of Lendlease's 55-story Salesforce Tower with the first stage, the city is progressing new community infrastructure that will complement the site's planned business innovation space, retail laneways, public art, and new hospitality. Lord Mayor Clover Moore said it was an exciting opportunity to be part of Sydney's newest public plaza right in the heart of the city. Yeah, but what if you want to be that, but you're not Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander, and you want to start a business here? Nope, you're excluded. I mean, Lord forbid if I ever wanted to start no, I wouldn't be that stupid, but still, I mean, it's a cutthroat business. How many businesses are going to be able to provide all of this? It's going to be quite competitive. I mean, this is just... So, ensuring city precincts are activated and accessible is vital to our pandemic recovery. Well, then wouldn't you want more competition for people to get in this space, not just limit the pool of talent you can draw upon? During the lockdowns, construction projects continue to pace. Now it's our job to make sure these new precincts buzz. Yeah, okay, whatever. Crucial to the success of the development of 180 George will be the people who run the ground level space, curate the multi-purpose area, and activate the new public plaza. This precinct will be one of the most desirable locations for businesses in Australia, and we're excited to see it come alive. Yes, but why do you only want Aboriginals or Torres Strait Islander businesses in there, or to run it? Why? I don't understand why. Rather, is the mayor trying to get it for political brownie points? Is this acceptable nowadays? Is this just acceptable? We just, this precinct will be one of the most desirable locations for businesses in Australia, and we're excited to see it come to life. The public plaza features a stunning canopy artwork and multi-purpose building designed by Aboriginal artist Daniel Boyd and acclaimed architect Sir David Ajay. So there's an Aboriginal artist involved. Is that why? I did a building in the city, 133 Mary, where we had Indigenous art installed by an Aboriginal artist. A private business wouldn't restrict the people who are coming to rent. That's insane. I mean, good on him that he designed it. Okay, I couldn't tell from this image that it was designed by an Indigenous artist. I wouldn't really care one way or another. I mean, fantastic on him for doing it. So is that why? Because they've got that, and I mean, really, come on. The possible use of the space is near endless. Well, no, it's not near endless. You're restricting who can use it. We're calling for Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander businesses and operators who can deliver experiences that will benefit both locals and visitors. Now, maybe you want to get specific events that are tied into the aspects that you've designed of the building, and then you can call a specific company that has the cultural knowledge to do that event. But all the time, running a cafe, or you know what it'll be, you'll have an Indigenous company will come over and then they'll sub out everything else. That's what's going to happen. Okay, that's what's going to happen. So then what's the point? Why do you need a middle person in there? The City of Sydney will offer a rental subsidy for the lease of the new cafe and multi-purpose space. Well, I don't blame them for doing that. The whole bloody CBD is probably screwed from all the lockdowns and people working from home. Applications from Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander owned or led businesses must contain detail of proposed use of the property, an alignment to the City of Sydney's reconciliation action plan, demonstrable experience and capacity to implement the proposed use, ensuring the building and plaza is a small precinct of activity for workers, residents and visitors, detail of proposed programming and activities that build connection and community and demonstrate successful profit making, a commitment to social inclusion practices, including policy or programming and measurable indicators, sustainable focused practices like wastewater and energy use. Applicants must include a proposed operating model, program, and outcomes that will be assessed under guidelines to ensure they meet the City of Sydney's objectives. Not-for-profits and for-profit entities are welcome to apply. The City of Sydney negotiated the provision of these public spaces as part of the Lend-Lease development agreement for the site. They will be transferred to the City of Sydney's ownership as a public asset when the development is completed. The City of Sydney has been working closely with Lend-Lease on the broader community infrastructure plans for the precinct since 2016, and in late 2019 commenced an expression of interest process for an operator to lease the site's affordable business innovation space. Okay, we'll have to see. The innovation, government innovation spaces never amount to anything, do they? Named Greenhouse by Investable, the cost-effective office space will enable emerging companies to prosper and expand into global markets. Hey, if you could save money. Applicants for the cafe can review the expression of interest documents here. Now, I reached out to them. I asked them why they're limiting access to this based on race. I haven't received a reply. So let's have a talk about this, guys. Is this where Australia's heading now? Where we're discriminating based on race to who can run businesses. You may say, it's affirmative action, Florian. We need to help out. It's still discrimination, one way or the other, guys. Okay? What if a Chinese person wants to start a business there, or a Japanese person, or a bald German YouTuber wants to start a cafe there? You don't need to. Is this appropriate, guys? Am I just an old fuddy-duddy? Back when I grew up, we were kind of taught to not worry about race, to consider people equal, and to judge them by their behavior. But I guess that's old-fashioned now, not in Australia anymore, hey. I don't know. It just seems sad that we're heading down this path. It really does. Because it's just going to lead to more problems and more division, and it's going to undermine Indigenous and Torres Strait Islanders who've worked hard to build businesses. That's what it's going to do. It's the same thing of quotas for women in venues and companies or boards. It's the same thing. It undermines the hard work that people do. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Do you think this is appropriate, or should it be open to everyone? As always, thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Check out HeiseBIM or HeiseSays International for other videos that I discuss. And if you're a fan and want to support the channel, you can financially on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Oh, well, there you go. Australia discriminating. I'm not really surprised. It's where we're heading, isn't it? I'm out of coffee already. It's